Welcome aboard Flight Simmers, and a happy new year to you all. Today on the 1st of January 2024, Dave from the Fenix Simulations team just dropped a massive dev update regarding their Block 2 of the Fenix A320 project, and this includes the IAE Engines. So to start off, we will summarise the initial post, which is that the team at Fenix has been creating a long list of items to push towards Microsoft to aid the team at Fenix and other developers to achieve a greater level of detail in all of their future products. He also divulged into the timing that we should expect for this wrapping up stage, and I say that in quotation marks. He said that Fenix will have a full report for us soon, but this is the last stage, not measured in months but weeks. Looking into the actual project, he first discusses the immense amount of changes of the cockpit from Block 1 to Block 2. Looking at this screenshot, you can definitely notice the thinner structures of the frames around the windows. Fenix has also created new cockpit configurations depending on the airline orders, such as not including the DCDUs as you can see in this image. He then goes on to mention that the entire cockpit has been remapped to more efficiently utilise texture memory, and as it stands, the entire texture set is just below 1GB, which apparently is less than half of the memory in Block 1. So what does this actually mean? Well, smaller file sizes typically mean better performance. Now, although he mentioned about these file sizes being smaller, however, he doesn't indicate anything regarding performance in this post. However, we can assume that this is the case though. Moving on to the next screenshot, we are showing the exterior where we can see that amazing IAE engine. In this next segment regarding the exterior, Dave does mention that we have a new wingtip fence, nose and landing gear. And more specifically about the landing gear, if we look closely, we can see the tyres compressing under the weight of the aircraft. In fact, they have spent a long time developing soft body physics for these effects on the tyres, meaning that they will deform under load. This would also include sidewall deformation on the nose wheel as we make tighter turns or turns at higher speeds. Looking more in depth into the IAEs, as I am sure you have all been eager to see, we can see up close to these gorgeous engines and visually see that the panels have been expanding and contracting due to the heat of the engines. With these seams becoming larger, they have said that we can see dirt being pushed out of the panels due to the airstream in flight. While talking about the panel, Dave also said that we can see dirt accumulate in the panel seams due to rain and water droplets capturing dust and dirt on the aircraft. I have to say, I never expected this amount of detail, but just reading this is truly blowing my mind, knowing how much detail and realism is going into this project. Moving around the engine and focusing towards the fuselage, Dave also teases us with a brand new cabin in which we can just about see the tops of these brand new seats through the windows. The last bit of information regarding the exterior is about the lighting, especially the wing light. He mentions that they have corrected the way the light casts onto the engines, creating a more accurate shadow across the ground. And then moving back to the cockpit, but at night, we can see the brand new environment and lighting inside of the flight deck. These features include a better dome light, improved LCD simulation and other subtle improvements across the materials. However, just in general, you can see the amount of light bleeding off into other spaces, which is much more realistic. Also, looking at the LCD panels, we can see a more realistic backlit panel with light bleeding off around it as well. And then finally, Dave was so kind to provide us with 2 extra images showing an interior wing view, and wow, looking at all those different panels, screws and lighting, my mind is honestly just blown away. And then finally, Dave just had to leave us with one of the most realistic images, which I could probably pass off as being a real life image. The lighting on this aircraft is truly next level, and as Dave said, this aircraft is going to last for the next 5 years and beyond. And that pretty much summarises this recent dev update from Fenix Simulations. Soon we are expecting a deep dive into the new systems done by Amir, and hopefully that is in the next couple of weeks as they mentioned earlier. With that, I do need to wrap up this video, so if you did find this information interesting, please consider subscribing to our channel, and clicking that like button as well, as it does help support us. My name is Rowan, and you've been watching Information Alpha. See ya!